Hey guys, welcome to Serious Business. Today I'm discussing why Monero is the only coin that matters. This is not financial advice. So you may be asking, what is Monero? It's a proof of work cryptocurrency with a few interesting features. We got RandomX CPU mining, a UTXO model, private by default transactions, tail emissions, 2-minute block time, and dynamic block size and fees. It is created as a series of forks of Bitcoin that went through Bytecoin, BitMonero, then Monero. So the first most important feature of it is the CPU mining algorithm. This makes it durable and decentralized. So I think ASIC resistance mining is important. The big problem with ASICs to me is that governments can ban them or round them up for their own nefarious uses. But they can't really do that with CPUs and GPUs. Everyone really needs them and uses them for normal things other than crypto mining. This means that small-scale CPU mining is viable, and the network is safe from large attacks like a government trying to end it. Individuals can secure the value of the coins they hold if they mine, so if mining becomes unprofitable, they can still do it while it's getting back to the right balance, and their coins don't lose value over that time by a network attack. P2 Pool is a useful tool that allows users to mine in a decentralized way for Monero, and you can see on the screen here a little example of that in the Monero wallet GUI. Real quick, I'd like to ask you to like, subscribe, and tip. I think my videos will always be short and ad-free. I'll be making other types of content soon, like green text readings and personal finance ideas, and I hope to be supported by Monero tips and sponsor slots in the long term. Another important feature is divisibility. This is an important feature of any type of money. So Monero is divisible by 1 by 10 to the negative 12, while Bitcoin is only divisible by 1 by 10 to the negative 8. So that's a magnitude of 4, or 4 magnitudes of difference. So 1 Satoshi may become too valuable for trade. I know that's a good problem to have for some people, but I'm talking about use as money in the long term, so let's talk about that. If 1 Satoshi becomes too valuable to buy something like just a milkshake, to where you need to buy a milkshake, fries, and a burger for 1 Satoshi, that means people are going to start looking for something else to trade with. You could do things like break up to Satoshis on layer 2, or figure out some other medium, but that's too complicated and no one wants to do that. So Monero solves this by being more divisible in the first place and having tail emissions that allow the money supply to expand predictably over time and accommodate economic growth. So this is a good compromise that pays miners for securing the blockchain while keeping fees low and still getting out of the banking system. So I'll go into that in the next slide here. Some people may be worried about the scarcity aspect of the money if its supply can keep growing forever. Well, that isn't a problem with Monero because tail inflation and disinflation maintain scarcity. So tail emission means that every Monero block will be rewarded 0.6 Monero forever. So the total new supply will always be a smaller and smaller portion of the total supply. So as we go on, the inflation rate will reach 0. So people who just hold their Monero won't really be punished through inflation. But miners will still be incentivized to secure the blockchain by getting their 0.6 Monero for every block. This is, I think, better than the Bitcoin approach, which is hoping that people will continue transacting even though their coins are getting more valuable over time, and that would be what pays the miners. The next most important feature of Monero is privacy, fungibility, and acceptability, and these are all really the same thing. So if you're not familiar, fungibility is the idea that if you have two coins that are the same type of coin, so like a dollar bill, that both dollar bills, no matter what they've been through, will be accepted everywhere for the same value of a dollar bill. But this really isn't the case for things like gold, dollar bills ironically, or Bitcoin. There's methods to trace all of these things like fingerprints or marking bills. In Bitcoin's case, you can see every transaction that Bitcoin has been through, all the way from when you get it to when it was mined. So there are mixers and tumblers that try to fix this for Bitcoin, but exchanges and vendors might not accept coins that have been mixed. They can see that the last traceable point was from a mixer. So this means that you could be blamed for the crimes of previous owners from your Bitcoin if you don't mix it. But in Monero, it's the opposite case. You wouldn't be able to be blamed for previous crimes because no one would know. It's next to impossible to trace a Monero transaction. Many people have tried, no one has. I won't give any guarantees, but I'm pretty confident. So this privacy also means that those you transact with won't be able to know your wealth. So say you pay your friend for driving you to work. Your friend with Bitcoin would be able to see everything you bought before, everything you buy afterwards, and how much money you have. Whereas with Monero, they would just see they got the Monero they were promised. And to wrap it all up, Monero has the best mascot. Thanks for watching.